This is Tom, our home inspector. He's going to walk us through some of the things he found. Go for it, Tom. We'll do the kitchen first.
Okay, we're going to skip right to the kitchen because I started. They remodeled this kitchen. There should have been an outlet on the surface, so you're going to see on your report there'll be a little square here or a square here where an outlet should have been.
Even though there is one on the other side?
There's one on the other side, but you're not allowed to plug something in over here and drag the cord across over here. This is a bigger counter space. More than likely you'd be using this.
Yeah.
So as a contractor, if I was remodeling it, I would have had to put an outlet in. It is a GFI outlet. Good. It's the only one you got in the place. This one here is for this light right up in here. It's missing the bulb. I would probably replace the whole light fixture with an LED type. Disposal's working okay. Your faucet's working okay. It's got a pull-out, but the pull-out doesn't pull. It's stuck. So that can be adjusted.
Did you check under the sink to see if there was leaks?
Yeah.
A lot of times the pull-out is stuck around a pipe.
Yeah, sometimes it is. It's stuck on this thing right here, and I kept moving it off that, but it keeps sticking on it anyway. So I guess you could put something in here to keep it from sticking on that.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
It's sticking on the valve stem.
Yeah, okay, so it's not broken, it just needs to be moved.
Actually, I want to get a picture of the valve stem just so I can show that. That's where it gets stuck. Oh, see, now it comes out. Anyway, I went and moved it down under there before and it got stuck again, so.
Okay.
Dishwasher. Real quickie on the dishwasher. There's no cover for the soap dispenser. It's been broken off. The stem's broken here too. You may be able to get another one and get this thing to sit on here, maybe with a long, skinny stainless steel bolt, get a new cover on here, and it'll be fine. But that's broken off. It's not going to really work right because you want the water to get hot before the soap drops into there.
Well, they have those other new ones that you just dump in the actual thing.
Oh.
You just leave it inside there. But okay, go ahead. Keep on.
All right, so that's that on that. Here in the state of Hawaii, they do require the vents. I don't put those in my report because I don't like them. It's the vent for the dishwasher. You don't need them. Dishwasher since 1992 or whatever time it was. Don't require them. State of Hawaii still requires them because somebody's brother-in-law sells them. Anyway, you don't need those, but if your dishwasher ever goes and you have Lowe's or Home Depot to come and install it, they won't install it because you don't have the vent. You have a soap dispenser here, which I think is a lot more practical than the vent that doesn't do anything. But that's the way it goes. I don't flag that in my reports, just to let you know, even though it's a code thing, because I don't do code inspections. I do realistic inspections. What's going to work and what's safe. Okay? Everything else is working. The stove is working. There is no vent over the stove. Actually not required, believe it or not. You don't need a vent, especially ones that suck it up and blow it back in your face, so not required. Outlet over there. That one needs to be GFI by today's standard.
And you don't think it's jumped off that one?
No, I already tested it. And refrigerator. Bottom drawer over here on the right. The drawer slide on that side is broken off, so that it just doesn't work as a drawer. Like this one here pulls out as a drawer now. They had this one over there and this one over here. It was all messed up, so I went and fixed them. But this one here, there's no slide for this side here to hook it up. It just falls off. So that's it on that. But other than that, the refrigerator is working fine. These types of refrigerators, just over and under plain Janes, end up lasting the longest. Okay, so there's a lot of chips on the floor. This is ceramic tile. If you drop certain things on it, it will chip. That's a chip. There's a chip over here. There's a chip here. There's a crack underneath the dishwasher. Is that a crack or is that a hair right by your feet?
It's a hair.
Okay. Then there's another chip over here. There may be other chips underneath this carpet. I don't really get all fired up about that, as long as I can't cut my foot on it. And you got Greg walking around here barefoot, and he's not cutting his foot. If you wanted to, you could fill them and color them in with fingernail polish. Works really good. Screens. This one here, the sliding door here, window here, screen's ripped. Number 2 is okay. Number 3 is ripped. And then you have an air conditioner. Let's pan on the air conditioner. Pan around the corner here. There's a bucket. And that your AC actually drains into this bucket. This used to be a lanai right here, and they enclosed it. Okay, so what you want to make sure is they had a permit for this lanai. More than likely they did. Your association here wouldn't allow you to do this without a permit. So, usually. No screens on these jalousies here, and no screens on your 2 sliding doors. This jalousie handle right here on the top, it's broken. You need a new one. They're about 15 bucks. Okay. I can get it in there, maybe get it to work by pushing it and trying to push it.
Yeah, it's working. Go.
Yeah, well, it works. I had it to work. But then, you can't get it to close now. I can get it to open, but you can't
No, I just saw
get
it.
Yeah, it opens, but you can't get it to close, because when you go to close it, the screws goes backwards. It's not grabbing the stuff, because you got to actually push it in and try to make it work. Yeah, I'm not doing it, it's broken. It's kind of like a motorcycle that only has bad rear brakes that really don't work. These two doors drag. This one here is somewhat operable. It's a little hard to operate, but not bad. I have to use my strength to pull it. You don't want to pull on a handle this hard, you can break it. That's the easy one. This one over here, I can't even move. I can get it to open up, but then I had to rock it all the way back in. I'm not going to open it up again because it was a pain in the neck. This jalousie over here, no screen. Bedroom was all okay. Your sliding doors for your mirrors. The rollers on the bottom, they were all pushed in when I got here. The rollers got little chips out of them, so they don't really stay on the roller real good. I can't really see the rollers without taking it all down. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to guess you might need a couple new rollers on the wardrobe mirrors, only because they were pushed inside and they were off the track. Light works okay. One thing you do need here, if it's going to be a rental, smoke detector, right up here. Have Greg come with double-faced tape. He's really tall, he can reach. But it has to be no more than 10 inches down from the ceiling. Okay, that's it there. Closet, it's good. Doorbell actually works. Light on. In the bathroom. This is where we started, it was a lot of fun. The drain leaks underneath the sink. The drain is leaking. Where the stopper connects up underneath here, the nut, it's all leaking from there because I'm guessing the ball joint, there's a little plastic thing that's missing. So water just was dumping out of there onto here. So I used one of their cute little rags out here that they had for staging to wipe it up. This drawer here hits against the door jamb, so that's as far as that opens. You might be able to adjust that a little bit. I doubt it because then the door won't close. I would just take it and shave it off.
I would just shave off a corner.
Exactly. Okay. No GFI in the bathroom. That is required. In fact, that was required before the kitchen one was required. So that should have been done. And it probably was a GFI because when this building was built, they had done it. Okay, so that's this. And then the mirror here hits against this lens up here. So if you go like this, it's rubbing. Okay, that's not good. Wash machine is okay, but it wobbles.
This just looks like
you might be able to
level.
adjust that, but I'm not going to play with it because I break it. Guess what? They make me go buy a new one, so I don't touch that stuff anymore. Wash machine rocks. There's some adjustments underneath here. You possibly can roll the wheel down. If not, I would at least shim it so that when it goes into spin cycle, like it did when we were here, it doesn't rock all over hell.
That's what that noise was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that and the dryer belt is going. The dryer. Actually, now it's sounding a lot better. It might be in lack of use. Before when I first fired it up, it was squeaking and making a noise, and it might have been just lack of use.
Yeah,
it might have been sitting for a while, and it seems to be okay. The problem with this is your dryer bucket's in the back. This dryer vents into a little bucket you're supposed to put water into. I got a picture of it. I don't know if you can get. Can you see it? It's off to the right too. See, that's the dryer bucket right there. That dryer bucket is supposed to be filled with water. It's supposed to collect the lint, and you're supposed to empty it and all that stuff. I don't use the dryer buckets. I don't like the water method because it's messy, dirty, nasty. You go to dump it out, it's gross. I just put the vent right straight up, or I run it right inside this closet, and I put it right here. Run it right up in here because you're not going to use it for much. Put a lady's nylon on the vent sock. Open this up when you're using it. Run the dryer. You don't want to be in your apartment when you're running the dryer. You go to the thing down there called the beach. You run the dryer, the clothes come back, they're dry, you close this up, and your little hose vent, the lady's nylon, gets dirty, take it off, get a new one, or clean it. Okay, toilet, let's come on in here. We gotta squeeze in, close the door. The toilet was tiled in, so if you ever have problems with this toilet, you're gonna have to chip the tile up around it to get it out. I don't allow that in any of my jobs. I usually have them tile it first and then put the toilet on it. This is a rear flush, so it gets a little sensitive on where that hole will line up on the back. But generally as a rule, that hole's pretty big and there's enough space to put the tile in. Shower, all look pretty good. A little bit of grout missing down around the drain. This is non-sanded white, real easy to put in. Great old valve stems. I like these old valve stems because they're easy to fix. Underneath here, there should be a stem to turn off these things if you ever need to work on the washer, so you don't have to do a whole building turn down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run it. There's a lot of water leaking out of all these little different moving parts up in here. Most likely they can just be tightened up, re-Teflon, or maybe it needs a new washer. Okay, it's a pretty good little shower head. It's not a really cheap one, but it is leaking all over the place. And you're in the shower anyway.
It still looks like you're getting decent water pressure.
Oh, you're getting decent water pressure. I just don't like having spray all over the place, you know, so I do flag that. Anyway, that's it in there. And there's no light in the shower. It's kind of dark. If it were me, because this is drywall right up here, it's a drop ceiling, I would have tried to get some kind of power off the washing machine, run it up through here, and put it.
You could have jumped off that
light. Or you could have jumped off that one, but if you do it over here, you could have had a separate switch right here, turned on the light to the shower, and actually had light in the shower. Okay, so that's not on there. I can't put darkness in there because that's the way it was built. Other than that, I can't think of anything right off the top of my head, but just by looking at it, I could read my notes, but I think anything beyond that, you're going to have, that's it. Screens, mirror doors, rollers, and no smoke detector. That's a real big issue with me. Smoke detectors, ever since we had the Marco Polo, smoke detectors are very important. Dryer was noisy. I'm actually going to take the dryer off being noisy because it wasn't too bad. But I am going to put that dryer bucket, I don't want that behind the dryer because that's going to fill up with lint and that can cause the dryer not to work. Also can get flammable. That's the whole show. Did you show them the view too?
Yeah, I took a video of it a long time ago.
that little building down there with the blue tops, the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center.
You got
a great bar down the bottom.
You've actually got ocean views.
Yes, you do.
And
the more important view is the Alawai. You get to watch all the canoes go by. You also have the Alawai golf course. You have views of Punch Bowl Cemetery.
Oh, the mountain.
And you have views of Manoa Valley Mountain, which is awesome.
All right, Clavino. Well, we're going to get an official report from him as well, but I'll send you this video. I'll talk to you later.